are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna show everybody how you try to crawl. You wanna show everybody how you try to crawl? Yeah, get up. That's right, get up. Look at him. Whoa. Whoa. Can you do it? There he goes. There he goes. He's up, he's up, he's up. Whoa, where's he gonna go? Oh, he's on his toes. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing Mr. Benji, or Benji Man. We're doing his 5-month update. I am a little late with this month. I tried to film it a couple of times, but life happened, you know? Y'all watch our vlogs, you know, life has been a little crazy the last few weeks, so I haven't been able to film it. But that is what we are doing today, isn't it? Isn't it? We have a lot to share. Mr. Benji Man has been, I mean, just changing and a changing and a changing every day. And I have to say that I think arguably this month, yeah, has been maybe one of my favorites so far with him. So I'm gonna try to keep him, well, he is gonna be here with me, but I might put him over here and let him play for a few minutes because he definitely gets bored just sitting here. So, right, so he is 5 months old now, and he is just, I mean, I don't even have the words to explain, like, I feel like how much he's changed and how active he is. I know that sounds kind of weird, but like, he has been for the last few weeks pushing up on his hands and knees, and now he's really started rocking, and I feel like he's just this close. Like, I expect him honestly to start like actually crawling any day now. And it's funny because I went back and watched the twins, their 5-month update, and they're just so different. Like, he's probably closer to 19 pounds. I think I'll put his weight here. I'll weigh him just to confirm. But I'll put his weight here on the screen. I think they were like 13 pounds or something like that. I mean, just the size difference alone is crazy. Yeah, so the size difference alone is absolutely crazy where he's at 5 months versus where they were at 5 months. Also, like I said, he is just so much more physically active and stuff than they were. He's very strong. He's a very, very strong baby. He's trying to hold his bottle for himself. He can't really do that. Yes. He can't really hold it for himself yet, but he's definitely trying to do that, and he'll try to like help you when you're feeding him, which is really cute. And he's also very vocal, so he does a lot of this like talking and growling. And you'll think that he's crying, or it'll sound like he's fussing, but he's not. He's just like, and he like makes these growling sounds. And you can usually, like, the kids will play with him in the car and stuff, and they'll like growl at him. Hold on, Chloe. And they'll like growl at him, like, and he'll growl back and stuff. It's really funny. And like during church service, he'll be sitting on my lap, and if a kid, like, you know, a few aisles over or whatever, starts to like smile at him, or an adult or whatever, starts like smiling and kind of trying to like talk to him, he will smile and then start like growling and like like trying to get their attention, like, hey, look at me, I'm over here. So he's so funny. And he started doing this thing that, see, here he goes, I don't know if you can see him, Christopher and I lovingly refer to as the Gene Simmons. I don't know what it is, but like a couple weeks ago he just started doing this thing where he sticks out his tongue, and he has a very long tongue. He sticks out his tongue and then he wiggles the end of it. He like goes, so it's not just like a little like chomping, it's like this lizard tongue comes out, and then he just like wiggles the end of it. And he does it to the kids, and he does it like to you to try to get you to do it back, but also sometimes he just sits there and does it for no reason. And then he starts chewing on his tongue and slobbering and trying to chew on stuffed animals or blankets or anything he can get his mouth on to chew on. He's definitely he's definitely he's definitely pre-teething. Yeah, it's okay. But sometimes he gets himself really worked up, like excited, and starts going like that, like, oh, I'm gonna crawl, I'm gonna do all these things, and then he just ends up getting upset and crying. He does roll, obviously, as you can see, from his back to his tummy and from his tummy to his back pretty easily, both directions. Whenever he kind of feels like it, he just, Yeah. Yeah, let me see. I don't feel any teethers yet, but you're coming. So he can roll both directions pretty easily. So yeah, his little personality is just so funny. He's just so active, rolling, trying to crawl. He does his little tongue thing. He makes his little growling noises. It's just, he's really funny, and he's really just pretty much the happiest, smiliest baby ever. And, you know, he still, of course, just like lights up and smiles whenever he sees me, which is so sweet. And he also has, like, Ciara does this thing where he says, Benjamin, Benjamin. And when he says his name like that, it just immediately brings a smile to his face. Like, he could be across the room, Ciara could be in the kitchen, and he'll just say that, like, hey, Benjamin. And he'll just light up and start smiling. He can kind of tripod himself, like if you put him in the sitting position, he's chunky enough that he can kind of stay there, but he's not quite like, he's not really like fully sitting or anything like that. He can kind of stay propped for a little bit if you, yeah, I call it tripoding him. And he can kind of stay sitting if you do that, but he's definitely not like sitting yet. So we don't even usually introduce food. We do baby-led weaning typically, or some form of it. We're not, you know, we don't follow any one principle or thing to an exact T. We just do what works for us and for our kiddos. So we typically start offering food once they can sit, and once he's got the pinchers that he can pick up things and put them in his mouth. And that's when we start offering tiny bits of food. So right now he's growing well. He's satisfied with his milk. He's not seeming like he's drinking his milk and then still hungry or anything like that. As far as nighttime goes, he's still doing really well. He goes to sleep about 8:30, and it's so funny because it's just like, it's his bedtime and he knows it, and he gets fussy. You feed him, you burp him, and he just passes out. There's really no big thing to it. He's just so tired. Lay him down, and then he usually sleeps until somewhere between 5 and 6:30. Sometimes he might sleep until 7, but usually it's somewhere between 5 a.m. and like 6:30 is when he wakes up. Of course, there's the occasional nights where he wakes up in the middle of the night, but that's not super common. Most of the time he sleeps from 8:30 until about 5:30 or 6:30, which is such a blessing because, as you guys know, the twins did not sleep through the night until they were like 2. Literally, they did not sleep through the night until they were like 2. So, and most of my kids haven't. I've had a handful of kids that Jonah slept through the night pretty young, and he did as well. But pretty much the rest of my kids did not sleep through the night until they were older. So I am very grateful that he's, you know, his development has been such that he's happy and, you know, full and good to sleep through the night. So that's been nice. Let's see, what else, buddy? Pre-teething, we talked about that. He's still in like 6-month size clothing, though these are getting to the point where, you know, ankles and wrists are starting to show. So pretty soon we'll probably move him. Anything new I buy for him will be 9 months, but it's just insane to me how big he's gotten, how much he's grown, how much he's changed. I was looking back at videos from the day that I met him and the day that, you know, our kids met him, and just sort of the beginning of the adoption process with him. And it's just so crazy to me how much he's changed. Speaking of also his hair, so he's kind of got like this little bald spot around the side and back of his head. It's starting to grow back in a little bit, which is nice. And his hair is starting to grow more in length and texture. The curls are starting to get a little tighter. So I'm not sure what hair texture he's going to have in the end. And Noah and Jonah have a similar hair texture, but there's a rating for it, and it's like a number and a letter. And so Noah's definitely kind of got a very coarse, dry hair, and then Jonah's a little bit less coarse and a little bit less dry, but not by much, honestly. So I don't know what Benji's hair texture, this is getting very bright. I don't know what Benji's hair texture will end up being completely. Right now, his hair is still pretty soft and easy to comb through. Yeah, am I talking about you? Yeah, I mean, truly, he really is just like the most happy-go-lucky little guy, and he's just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, yes, okay, he's a baby that requires care, and all babies require, you know, a bit of care, and they're all work on some degree or another, to some degree or another. But he's just so chill and easygoing, and I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's so crazy because it's like he's always been here. And I know that's not true. He's only 5 months old. See, here he goes with the tongue. Look up here, buddy. He was like, you're crazy. What are you doing? You just want my necklace. Oh, yes. And he started doing this where he like puppy paw. I call it puppy pawing you. See, there he goes. Where he just like swats at you and tries to like grab your face or hit things. Can you see that tongue? So funny. You are so funny. You are so funny. You are so funny, funny, funny. You are so funny. He's also started laughing at things like not being tickled. You know, like a lot of babies will laugh at being tickled, but it's almost like compulsory. You can't help really but laugh at being tickled. And I'm one of those people who like, I will tickle them a little bit, but I don't like to like overly tickle people because I kind of hate being tickled, and I think a lot of people feel that way. So I'll do like a little bit of like chin or whatever, but like I don't know, the whole like body tickling thing, I hate it. So anyways, but now he started like laughing at things, like you can make faces or just talk to him or make little noises and he'll laugh at that. Like it doesn't have to be like a tickle to laugh. Does that make sense? That sounds weird. Okay, Benji man. Okay, Benji man. You're just going crazy with that tongue. We're going crazy with that tongue. This is what he does all the time, just to entertain himself. Shoo, 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 shoo. Shoo, 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 shoo. Okay, I think that's it, guys. I can't think of anything else. I know I'm forgetting something. We did get the like little sit me up seat for him, which we had for the twins, and they really like, and he really likes. It's a great way for him to kind of hang out at the kitchen table with us when we're in there cooking or hanging out, and he can just kind of sit up and be in there with everybody. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Okay, look at the camera. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Nope. All right, guys, I think that's it though for his 5-month update. Of course, you can hop over to Instagram and let me know if you have any questions over there, anything that I didn't talk about. I feel like I talked about everything, but I also feel like I very often forget things. But that's it for Benjamin's 5-month update. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see y'all again very soon. Bye. Come on. Where's the Benji man? There he goes. There he goes. He's ready. He's ready. Come on. Come on. Are you ready to crawl? Yeah. Oh, tired. Can you show them the tongue? Yep, there's the tongue. There's the tongue. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
I miss you mostly all the time.
Yeah.
So many things have changed
Come on.
since you have changed your mind. Wondering who you're with today. And if you're thinking about me ever since you've gone away. Son, I've gotta toughen up. I whispered to the mirror, remember how it felt before. I never wanted to get in, I never wanted it until you shut the door. Mostly all the time. I think I made a big mistake to let you go, 'cause I'm getting lonely by the day. And days are passing faster ever since you've gone away. Soon I've gotta toughen up. I whispered to the mirror, remember how it felt before. I never wanted to get in, I never wanted it until you shut the door.